Facebook, on Twitter, and it's very, very funny. Fine. Speaking of very, very, let's do a bit of Trumpster, and then we've got so many bad things to look at. Share screen. We have a collective duty to ensure Holocaust never happened, never forgotten. Well, you want to do everything you can to make it forgotten. I was honored to talk to a British survivor, Mala Treblich, in Poland as we mark the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz-Birkenau. To which Lawrence Fox commented, "Someone needs to teach you a more believable standing next to Jew face." Yes, look at that. He's like, ugh, God, Zionist pig. Ugh, oh, you make me sick. Oh, I wish I had a Euler's camera here. I'll smash over there with it, fucking Jew. I mean, that is his expression, isn't it? I'm not making it up. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, fun things are happening. Trump's just getting more and more awesome. Fuck off. I can't look at him. Go away. The Trumpster, Ove. So this is since we've got, okay, he's moving so incredibly fast. Crazy leftists haven't got anything to aim at. They're like, whoa. Okay, do you remember in Game of Thrones before it was shit, right? When he sends, who was it, Bram or whoever it is, the evil, what was it, Bolton, right? Says Bram running to, what's his name? Jon Snow, right? And everyone's going, and he's firing arrows at him. So he's like, weave, baby, weave, do that, right? That make it harder. That's what Trump's doing right now. He's moving at flashlight speed. He's moving at flashlight speed. Just nobody can keep up with him, right? They can't be outraged. Suddenly they're outraged at something that's part of an older news cycle, right? And they have to be topical. They're like freaking out. It's so funny. Actually, I have noticed that with the diehard Democrat anti-Trumpers. Right now, they're in a delusional fictional universe where Trump is hated, right? And everything's failing. And they really do live in that universe. I'm like, but everything's really good and everyone's happy. No, the trans people. Oh, fuck. Really? No. Well, suddenly the trans people aren't getting everything they want when they want it, exactly, without waiting whatsoever. Oh no! Oh, what's going on? More suicides? Okay, what can you do? Like honestly, I mean, I feel like that is the emotional gun being held to a head. You don't want me to kill myself, do you? Well, no, I don't. But I don't want to say you're a bloke, or I don't want to say you're a chick, right? You have a dick, right? And whatever. Well, I might kill myself, motherfucker. Okay, whatever. And that's how things have gone for the last 10 years. Oh, anyway. This happened since my last show, which was what? 2 days ago? It's so crazy how quick everything's going on. So, Trump truths this out, right? And I wish Truth Social worked in Israel. I would so be on it. They just retweet it straight to Twitter anyway, but still. And this is apparently while he was golfing on Sunday. I was just informed that 2 repatriation flights from the United States with a large number of illegal criminals. I'm not going to try and do a Trump voice. I can't do it. We're not allowed to land in Colombia. The order was given by Colombia's socialist president, Gustavo Petro, who is already he's already very unpopular amongst his people. Petro's denial of these flights has jeopardized the national security and public safety in the United States. So I've directed my administration to immediately take the following urgent and decisive retaliatory measures. Decisive. I mean, again, this is like... And by the way, we're not at the craziest part of the story yet, okay? Hold on. We're not at the craziest part of the story. Okay, so emergency 25% tariffs on all goods coming into the United States in 1 week. The tariffs, the 25% will be raised to 50%. Okay. I mean, like, this guy isn't fucking around. And you thought, well, that'll probably be enough. No. A travel ban and immediate visa revocations on the Colombian government officials and all allies and supporters. Up me. They're like, you're all going home. We'll have nothing to do with you. Visa sanction all party members, family members, and supporters of the Colombian government. Like, he's going to make, because a lot of them come to America every year, right? It's their thing. Enhanced customs and border protection inspections on all Colombian nationals and cargo on national security grounds. IEEPA, Treasury, banking, and financial sanctions to be fully imposed. You are fucked, Colombia, is what you're saying. Like, who the fuck do you think we're talking to? Now, interesting. Somebody in my synagogue, we schmooze afterwards. After we're talking about this, he says, "Well, like, is it good that he's a bully?" I'm like, it's not a bully when he's standing up to bullies. Excuse me, if they take back your criminals. Fuck you. Like, who the fuck do you think you forgot? You forgot who America is, right? These measures are just the beginning. We will not allow the Colombian government to violate its legal obligations in regard to the acceptance and return of criminals they forced into the United States. Oh man, and like, I heard something on the Julie Hartley Brewer today, the Labour guy, say, "Well, we can't do that. We can't just return them to. We can't return people." First, he played the sob story card. Well, we don't want to kill them. I said, no, just take them and drop them off on the beach in France again. He said, well, the French don't want them. We don't want them either. Fuck you. That's where they came from. Taking them back to France, right? And the French don't like it. Go to war. Have the French military take on the French Navy, I should say, take on the British Navy. Well, they don't do that because the British military is currently for shit, right? So anyway, we haven't got the craziest part of the story yet, right? So the next thing is the Colombian president, Gustavo Petro. He responds, and in a rambling manifesto in whatever language they speak in Colombia, said, "We will not back down to the fascists." And the fascists and the totalitarians, and we will fight you. We will fight you, and we will fight, like, really. And it really was bonkers, right? 45 minutes later, he sends out another statement. Yeah, they can come, but I tell you what, we'll send our presidential plane for them, right? I'm like, whatever. And they completely folded, right? We haven't reached the craziest part of the story yet. You know what? Again, and Trump was doing this on the golf course apparently. You know what the craziest part of the story was? Was what Trump did right next, right? Doink. He posted a AI image of himself, obviously made from Grok, like a gangster image with a FAFO. Written behind him. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy, right? That's fucking. See, for me, I find it endearing. Good news, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Things are good in the world. Was it Jim Acosta? His show was moved to midnight because nobody watched it because it's shit. Right. So he was really, really pissed off. Oh, we got to talk about that. Oh yeah. So he was really pissed off, right? And so apparently he quit. He's quit CNN. Trump has beaten another one. So it says, wow, and we've seen the statement from Jim Acosta in a minute. Wow, really good news. Jim Acosta, one of the worst and most dishonest. Wow, really good news. Jim Acosta, one of the worst and most dishonest reporters in journalistic history. A major sleazebag. I've known sleazebags. This guy is sleazier than most of the sleazebags. Has been relegated by CNN fake news to midnight hour, Death Valley, because of extraordinary bad ratings and no talent. Okay. Word is he wants to quit. Well, that did just happen, and that will be even better. Jim is a major loser who will fail no matter where he ends up. Good luck, Jim. Oh, fuck me. Am I happy to see that happen? Am I happy to see that happen? So Jim, of course, did indeed quit. Just now. Here is his state. I'm not joking. This actually really happened.
Today's show by thanking all of the wonderful people who work behind the scenes at this network. You may have seen some reports about me and the show. And after giving all of this some careful consideration.
Yeah, again, they moved your show to midnight because nobody likes you, Jim. You're an absolute and complete smug, self-satisfied loser.
And weighing an alternative time slot CNN offered me, I've decided to move on.
You're not okay. I hope you got a job lined up. I mean, maybe I guess a university will take you. I'm so pissed off the university have the money to hire people like you, right? But if you what, you're going to stay in. You're going to stay in journalism. I hope you have a job lined up, right? I don't know why. I guess maybe MSNBC would hire you. I guess I don't know. But if you try and go solo, fuck me, mate. It's not going to look good for you. What's the name of the guy? He was the brother of the governor. I can't really remember. Who got taken down not for killing like 40,000 elderly, which he did with COVID. No, but for groping somebody or something. I can't even remember who his name is. They were really pushing him forward as a future president at the time. Who gives a shit? And that's it. I love that I don't remember their names. Oh God, it's so good. So if you try and start your own podcast, oh please do that. Please do that. You're gonna have to get used to living on a lot less money, Jim. That's basically the bottom line. Start your own YouTube channel. Let's see how it goes.
I'm grateful to CNN for the nearly 18 years I've spent here doing the news. People often ask me if the highlight of my career at CNN was at the White House covering Donald Trump. Actually, no. That moment came here when I covered former President Barack Obama's trip to Cuba in 2016.
Fuck me. He actually got to suck Biden's cock one last time.
And had the chance to question the dictator there, Raul Castro, about the island's political prisoners. As the son of a Cuban refugee, I took home this lesson. It is never a good time to bow down to a tyrant. I've always believed it's the job.
You always did. You did it to Biden. Were you bowing down when you were sucking his dick? Yeah.
Job of the press to hold power to account. I've always tried to do that here at CNN, and I plan on doing all of that in the future.
Yeah. Good luck. But you're just going to be doing it in a rat piss encrusted old coat. You know, as you're homeless wandering around New York.
One final message. Don't give in to the lies. Don't give in to the fear.
We didn't. That's why you're unemployed, right? We didn't. Amazingly, it paid off, right? We didn't give in to any of your lies, any of your fear. And it did pay off. And you're going, fuckity bye-bye, mate. Oh, God. That's the other thing. I'm just, you got to keep remembering, I really believe we have 12 more episodes of Rusty Davis in this Hooniverse, right? And then he's going, fuckity bye-bye. Oh, fuckity bye-bye.
Hold on to the truth and to hope. Even if you have to get out your phone, record that message. I will not give in to the lies. I will not give.
We don't. That's the thing. We do that now. We get out of phone. We're citizen journalists. You're irrelevant and crazy and unemployed.
Give in to the fear. Post it on your social media so people can hear from you.
Yeah, we do that. Yes, that's why you're unemployed. Yeah, I mean, you're coming up like this is a revolutionary plan. No. We all do this. I'm doing this right now. Look, This is me doing it, right? This is me doing it with you. I'm not doing it with you. Yeah, I'm doing it to you. That's wrong. Whatever. I'm doing that right now.
Too. I'll have more to say about my plans in the coming days, but until then, I want to thank all of you for tuning in. It has been an honor to be.
Yeah, I want to thank all of you, all 17. Now, fuckity bye-bye.
Welcomed into your home for all these years.
We hate you. Get out of our house.
That's the news. Reporting from Washington, I'm Jim Acosta.
Yeah. Washington, I'm unemployed. Fucking bye-bye, babe. Bye-bye. Oh. And somebody else, probably the most embarrassing moment of the week, we have to talk about Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez used to be vaguely spankable, right? Vaguely good at some kind of masturbatory fantasy, right? Not so much. What can you do? What's the other one who really went crazy and shaved their head? Demi Lovato. There you go.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry.
What did you do? Did you just piss on your cat? Did you just piss on your cat, Selena? What did you do?
All my people are getting attacked.
People are getting attacked. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. Murderers and rapists are being arrested and sent home. Why are they your people? Right? Murderers and rapists are being arrested and sent home because they shouldn't be here. They're illegal aliens, right? They're not from the planet Zog. No, not that type of aliens. They've entered the country without permission, because if they asked permission, you know what would happen? America would have said no, don't come in, right? So that's what's happening.
All my people are getting attacked.
Oh
no! Children.
What children? Like, what children are you talking about, you batshit crazy darling? Right? Like, what? How many children do you know who work for MS-13? Not many. I don't think they got a big toddler division. It's not like we're talking about Hamas.
I don't understand.
Well, darling, that's evident. You don't understand. You don't. I mean, listen. Look. You are a dumb. Not. Are you a millennial or Gen Z? You're just a moron. How can you be expected to understand? Right? It's. I don't know.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't.
But there's nothing you need to do, because bad murder. Murder and rape are bad things, right? People don't like being murdered and raped. They want to say no to that. And now they're being sent back home. So here's the only difference in their life. They're going to murder and rape Colombians now instead of Americans. That's all that's happening. That's all that's happening. Or Haitians or whoever. Now, I like that the clip of the first one I saw of him being ICE arresting people. Well, it's like this Haitian gangbanger, like, from some gang, I think Florida, I don't know. But he's in like the back of the cop car and he's leaning and saying, "I ain't going back to Haiti. You're going back to Haiti, mate." All right. The only thing that's changing is they're going to rape and murder it wherever they came from, rather than in America. They're still going to rape and murder. They're not taking that away from them.
What to do? I'll try everything, I promise.
Yeah, darling. I don't want to tell you, darling. It's actually a good time right now. Look, let me show you something. This might cheer you up. There, you like that? Yeah, is that funny? But man, okay, that was crazy. He made his own AI portrait. Give it up. It's not worked out. I've really noticed just this insanity amongst like the not Democrats. Look, I haven't actually spoken to my Democrat friends for ages. They're the wife's mother just moved to Israel, right? That's always a hassle. That's always a lot of work, right? So they're just busy. But yeah, I haven't spoken to, and I don't. No, okay, I would love to talk to them about it, right? The whole policy. I'll be fascinated to think what they think, right? But I don't want to rub their faces in it. I really don't. Actually, it's weird. I would have thought I would want to, but now because there's no point. This goes back to being confident, right? There's no point. It's over, right? It's over. But I've seen a real genuine insanity that's got that's just where they've gone to. It's their only option. There's a guy, nice guy, genuinely good guy, all right, who is like going bonkers on Facebook right now, right? And like they're delusional, saying the majority of America hates you, and like they act like people are upset about the deportations. They're not, right? No. So okay. Here's where we are in trouble. Oh my God, we've got so many things to go over. We'll go that way, that route round. Fine, we have there's so many things to go over. He was moving so fast and doing so many things. The wokies in the which is all of them in the media didn't know what to do. It was like Neo from the Matrix. It really was. That sort of, he was doing that sort of shit. You would have thought Trump could do that, but yeah, he did that. That was literally the strategy. I'm gonna Neo it. That's it. I'm gonna Neo it. What Neo? No, Neo Mustafa. They can't get me, and it worked. It worked. But now people are like, "Wait a minute, what? That's what What happened? What's the? Because everything changed so bloody quickly. Oh, it's wonderful. This wonderful. So there you go. A guy on Facebook, right, have this like meltdown beyond meltdowns, right? And I was like, look, I asked him directly, like, why do you think he's a bigot? Like, what are you worried about? He's like, about gay people. Like, well, what? What's he actually done or said? He's been the most pro-gay president ever, hasn't he? I mean, other than Biden, who was... there's also Obama, who was gay. So, do you believe the rumors about Michelle/Michael, right? Which she's going... Okay, if Michelle Obama has a dick, okay, if that would be the thing to run on. I mean, not literally. If she was like going for president, right? That would be the thing to run on. The first trans president, and watch it crash and burn, just like Doctor Who. Anyway, I digress. So the somebody was what? Right? They've actually got a breath, and now the wailing is starting. And you can see how effective it's being. Let's look at Whoopi Goldberg, who, let's just say, not too happy. Well, I'm in the wrong folder. So let's talk about the new press secretary. I have no idea her name. I'll get used to it. I noticed that A, she was smoking hot, and B, I had this giant crucifix. Like, just giant. Here we go.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Mm-hmm. Because she said something yesterday.
Here's the thing. Whoopi Goldberg thinks you're trying to educate. When you're trying to educate this woman, it gives us a window into your delusion. And it's a fascinating window. That's how that works. What you get to see the inner workings, right? So this is really fascinating. Oh, Whoopi, It's only just getting started, darling. It's only just getting started.
And it really pissed me off.
Oh, was pissed off.
And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God, what a wonderful woman. Oh, yes, she should be feted and lauded throughout the land, I say. Oh, sorry. I've been back.
Was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, and here's the thing Whoopi doesn't understand. Everybody projects who they are, generally speaking. Left-wing people are massive racists, which is really weird, but they are. They're all massive racists, right? And they project it, and they go, if I had control and I was a man, I wouldn't let a black woman do anything other than scrub the floor. That's because you're a racist, right? And like that's why you see this push for equality is actually making white men get on their hands and knees and scrub the floor, right? That's what they would like, right? I mean, like, honestly. They're like, well, now you call me, and thank God Donald Trump stopped this. But like, we can finally say that, I don't think people with penises are women, right? I don't. And if they're not women, they must be mentally ill. It's the only other eliminate impossible. Whatever you have left, no matter how improbable, must be the truth, right? That's the premise that I'm going on, right? But they're all super racist, right? And they project their racism wildly. Right-wing people couldn't give a shit. I mean, like, I honestly, like, Ian's got, who is very old. He said he gets his bus pass. Bloody hell, he's in good shape, I have to tell you. Becky. He's just dropped the trailer for Rebecca Gold 2, the teaser. But we'll watch it soon, right? And it looks awesome, right? It looks awesome. What difference does his skin color make? I like it. Just for me, it's in a different universe. Why would you even consider that? Right? It's so weird. Right? It really. It's just so, like what? Why? Who cares? Right? Who cares? I saw a picture of the Dr. Ruth from the Dr. Ruth Adventures with Don Martin looking really super doctory, right? That's the doctor I'd actually like to see, right? And him being black is part of his identity, obviously, but it's more that the character he developed, right? It's not like, oh, it's a black guy, let's see Doctor. It's like, it seems so silly, right? And so retarded. But they're all super different. So they think without affirmative action, nobody gets by on merit. I think you're completely wrong. I think Trump actually, if there wasn't the civil rights, I think he would have done the civil rights in his own hiring company practices, because he's like, well, I want the best. I want it. I want the best at the best price. So I will take the widest pool possible. Right? It's just like. Again, liberals can't understand that race plays no part of this decision making at all, like zero, because they're all racist. That's the bottom line. Liberals are super racist
Because women were not invited to that table. Mm-hmm. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation.
That was 50 years ago. I understand that was 50 years ago, but it was 50 years ago, darling. It's literally 50 years ago. You need to get over it, okay? It was literally 50 years ago. And I agree with you. It was messed up. I think it was a result of the changing of cultures, which, let's be fair, hasn't worked out that well now, has it, right? Like, would you think the women of the 1950s are happier than the women of the 2025s? Yeah, it's not even close. I mean... It's just factual. What do you want me to tell you? And I'm not telling women they have to like stay in the kitchen and do what the fuck you want. I don't know. Like, I'm a bit freaked out. We in Judaism, you have a thing where married women cover their hair, right? And the way I learned about it, my wife, was like you cover your whole hair. Either you wear a wig or you have this like different hair coverings, but you don't let any of your hair show. So like we're like archaic fossils now. Like nobody's like them. Most people like have hair showing in some way or other. So my wife was talking about it, and she's always wanted to show more hair. I think I just hadn't really realized. I told her, like, I'll be fine if you wanted to change things up. I'll be fine with it. You know, it's your, you know, it's your life essentially, right? So and she's getting her hair done next week for on Sunday, and I'm a bit freaked out because I'm like, well, what's it? I'm like, it's a change. Like I kind of got used to it because my kids, both my daughter-in-laws, cover their hair very, like, you know, not as I would, right? But it's not really down to me though, is it? In fact, you know, there was we'll go back to Whoopi in a minute. There was a famous rabbi once, Rabbi Soloveitchik, whose wife didn't cover her hair. And I'm like, dude, what's this does? He's like, it's her thing, not me. She's her own person. What do you want? Anyway, they're all very racist. That's what I'm trying to say. So she would have that job. I'm sorry, I disagree with you. I think she would have that job. And I honestly, I see absolutely zero evidence of bigotry or racism in Trump. And I know it's weird to say, but now I can say it. I see no one's this guy's melting down on Facebook. I said, can you just give me one example? Just one. Look how he talks to the minister. I'm like, what minister? I thought like prime minister. No, it was the idiot cunt priest minister woman who like delivered a political sermon, a patronizing, idiotic, puerile political sermon in Donald Trump's face, assaulting him and by association the entirety of MAGA and the whole world. They please have compassion on the LGBT. We are. Fuck off. You have compassion. Like, what's wrong with you? Have compassion on the illegal. We are. We're not shooting them. We're giving them a ride home, bro. Fuck me. How much nicer can you get? Guy comes and says, hey, can I come out? That's not really good. No, man, I got nowhere to go. Can I come out? Fine. Because he's playing in Nintendo. Like, basically, it's like, everyone's like, look, mate, I got to go to bed, right? Like, look, I'll call you an Uber, okay? It's like, no! Dude, I'll pay for the Uber. It's cool. I'll just pay for it, right? And that's what's going on. Anyway, back to Whoopi.
Reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear...
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it. It's 50 years ago, darling.
You talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason.
No, wokeness is new. It came around in as soon as Trump came down the stairs, wokeness came out. That's why it's when you all lost your fucking minds, right? Wokeness isn't women being able to like have jobs. Wokeness is like this thick as female. No, right? Wokeness is Dr. Rebecca Levine. That's wokeness. Wokeness is Yasmin Finney. That's wokeness. Wokeness is spending $50 million for condoms for Gaza. And I shit you not, that was going down. That's wokeness. Do you understand the difference? No, you don't, because you wouldn't listen because you're a rich, crazy old cunt lady.
Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was.
Yeah, but again, by the 80s, they were. And that was 50 years ago, right? I understand things. Look, 50 years from now, they're going to say, did you know that they allow children to amputate healthy body parts for a sexual fashion? No, that's disgusting. I don't believe you. No, they did. They sterilized themselves and they allowed them to do it. Oh, how disgusting. We're going to talk about that the same way they gave like lobotomies to rowdy inmates, right? You know, it's like, it's so barbaric. And they called it kind.
It's a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a...
I hate to tell you, darling, it's still a man's world, and it doesn't matter that, all basically you did was you halved wages, essentially. That's really what happened, right? You really helped out the multinational corporations, right? Because you doubled the workforce and you halve the wages by doing it, right? When I was young in the 70s, there were housewives. There aren't anymore. Who can afford that? That's crazy. Just where every household is a two-income household, right? Because we doubled the workforce because we're stupid. I don't know. Look, I think women would probably be happier in the 1950s model than the 2020s model. I don't know. I think they would be angry me saying it, but I think it would also be true. I think, but look, if you could transplant someone without them realizing it from the 1950s to 2020s and then back again, right? And then, clear their memory, whatever. It's a lot of detail has to go into this. I think they would be much happier, right? In the 50s, I do.
World. So please stop using that phrase you're talking about because you don't understand.
I know, woke is something that just rattles their cages now. Oh! It's like walking up and down a prison cell with the trunk going, wait. Because woke is what killed them, and they know it. Oh, they know it.
Understand what you're saying. You're saying about yourself that, hey, that's a terrible thing to be. It's not a terrible thing to be. That's why we fought. That's what we were fighting for. So-
no, you weren't fighting for chicks with dicks, baby. I'm sorry. You weren't fighting for drag queens being able to wave their junk in a 5-year-old's face. You weren't. I'm sorry. Sorry, that's a weird message. Yeah, that was not going down, darling. No.
So that you could stand in that podium, so that Catherine Jean-Pierre could stand at that podium.
She was awful at that job. I mean, she was good. She was too stupid to understand that she was wrong.
So women of all kinds of colors and ilks, wherever they came from, whatever their belief system was, they had the opportunity to bust down that door.
Okay,
okay, I can't do that. I can't. It's gone on way too long. That was agony, right? That was really agony. I'm not going to do the Trump on the plane crash now. I'm not going to RFK blowing people away. But you just see how well all his policies are going. We'll do a bit better. Here, here's a sign that policies are going very, very, very well.
Cannot cope. Not sure any country can, but Mexico can't cope with a sudden influx of millions of people. I mean,
fuck you, baby. Then why did you let them in to go through your country to come to America? Fuck you. I'm sorry. You said it was fine for America. Fuck you. And I only said it because I like you so much.
As much as she wants to embrace them, to use her word, when they come back and make them feel welcome, it all sounds very nice when you're listening to it, but the reality of that is just completely unsustainable. A lot of these people have lived in the U.S. for decades. They have lives there. They have family.
I imagine they would be the last to go, right? But the truth is this: don't get arrested. Don't get arrested for anything right now because you will be bounced out the country. Don't stay under the radar. Here's the thing. They want you to understand you don't have a right to be there. And you don't have a right to be there. If you've been there for 20 years, you have been doing something wrong for 20 years. I understand it's sad. And these woke kids have to understand sad things sometimes happen. Right? It's okay that sad things happen. Man, that was it. That's the thing you've got to explain to them. It's okay that sad things happen. It's part of life.
They're good standing citizens, so they're not in a position to just be deported and say I'm just going to come back here and take a job making a fraction of what I used to make and go to my town where I don't have anything left, which is maybe it's been overrun by violence. I mean,
again, darling, this is not our problem. And you know what? I think if you make it your problem, you might actually find some solutions to it. That's the thing, right? Because you pass off your problems onto other people. That's why, again, it's not our problem.
It's unrealistic to think that wouldn't lead to a crisis.
Yeah, no. Take your fucking people and fuck the bye-bye, right? Again, we're paying for your Uber, right? We're paying for your Uber. Which I think is very fair. I mean, really, I do. I really do. Oh, running late. There's so much stuff I want to get to, though. I just want to show you how smart RFK is. Right?
Putting junk science in 20.
Okay, so you're going to let this arsehole wind up and like just put all this bullshit, right? And the way RFK completely destroys him by being so knowledgeable about everything. Check this out. This is really, I found this very impressive. And please, RFK is awesome.
2021, in a book called The Measles Book, you wrote that parents had been, quote, misled into believing that measles is a deadly disease and that measles vaccines are necessary, safe, and effective. The reality is measles are in fact deadly and highly contagious, something that you should have learned after your lives contributed to the deaths of 83 people, most of them children.
You know, it's only through his incredible internal zen, right, that he hasn't pulled out a gun and shot this guy in the face right now, right? Okay, it's so much more intelligent than this. Okay, just I can't wait to see his response. We can't do the whole thing because it goes on too long.
In a measles outbreak in Samoa. So my question here is, Mr. Kennedy, is measles deadly, yes or no?
The death rate from measles historically in this country in 1963, the year before the introduction of the vaccine, was 1 in 10,000. Let me explain what happened in Samoa. In Samoa, in 20...
I mean, he knows exactly. Is it deadly? Well, to that, I mean, like, 1 in 10,000, that's a detail.
2015, there were 2 kids who died following the MMR vaccine. And the vaccination rates in Samoa dropped precipitously from about 63% to the mid-30s, so they've never been very high. And in 2018, 2 more kids died following the MMR vaccine, and the government of Samoa banned the MMR vaccine.
This guy's literally shitting himself now.
A year later, when vaccination rates were already below any previous level. I went there, nothing to do with vaccines. I went there to introduce a medical informatics system that would digitalize records in Samoa and make health delivery much more efficient. I never gave any public statement about vaccines. You cannot find a single Samoan who will say, I didn't get a vaccine because of Bobby Kennedy. I went in June of 2019. The measles outbreak started in August. Oh, clearly I had nothing to do with the measles.
Right. I like he was a very unfashionably thin black tie, right? Because he just doesn't give a fuck.
Not only that,
Mr. Kennedy,
Senator, if you let me finish, Senator.
You have had some time.
If you let me finish, Senator. If you let me finish.
Look, he's got that Kennedy gene of being able to like say the right thing to get his word in. If you let me finish, Senator, it's really cool.
There are 83 people died when the tissue samples were sent to New Zealand. Most of those people did not have measles. We don't know what was killing them. The same outbreak occurred in Tonga and Fiji, and no extra people died.
I mean, like, again, he just smoked them by being very good at his job. So a quick Trumpster, and then we'll get to the chat, okay? Which one should we do? So this terrible plane crash. We're not going to do the full thing, but so this is this is Trump talking about DEI, and DEI is dead. The plane crash. Seems like nobody knows what went down with that. It was a Black Hawk went into the back of a plane. Everybody killed. It's terrible, right? It really is terrible. Something's going on with that. I have no idea what.
We also blocked $45 million for diversity scholarships in Burma. 45, that's a lot of money for diversity scholarships.
I just like he talks like that.
Scholarships in Burma. You can imagine where that money went. These were the types of payments and many others. I could stand here all day and tell you things that we found, and we have to find them quickly because we want the money to flow to proper places.
Yeah, they've seen the insane corruption. We'll watch a little bit more. We've seen the insane corruption, right? Insane corruption. And talking about DEI policies, which essentially looks like caused a plane crash.
Say about that, I do want to point out that various articles that appeared prior to my entering office, and here's one. The FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities.
I mean, that's not good. Look, I mean, look, God bless you if you have a severe psychiatric or mental disability, but don't be an air traffic fucking controller. I mean, what the fuck? Like, again, I don't think that's bigoted. I don't think it's bigoted at all to say if you have deep mental, psychological disabilities, you shouldn't be an air traffic motherfucking controller. Maybe you should do something a little bit lower risk, right? That could not kill hundreds or thousands of people. Maybe that. No, you bigot. How dare you? How dare you suggest that somebody with severe, they said the word severe mental, psychological disability, right, should work for them. Again, how could you think that's going to, I mean, good God, how can anybody complain about Trump? This is the insanity we're being saved from.
That is amazing. And then it says FAA says people with severe disabilities are most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in and they want them.
Yes, because you'll end up crashing fucking planes.
They can be air traffic controllers. I don't think so. This was in January 14th, so I do want to point out that a week before I entered office, they put a big push to put diversity into the FAA's program. Then another article, the Federal Aviation Administration. This was before I got to office.
Look, Donald, I have to tell you, you have actually pointed this out, I think in a very erudite way. I think I have the clip over here. Where is it? Oh, yes.
Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
It is true. Everything woke turns to shit. Exhibit A, Dr. fucking who. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.